What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Joey Work. I'm back. Last time you saw me was last night. Unfortunately, I gave out the D-backs first 5 minus a half, and they were losing 1-0 after the first 5. So, unfortunately, that is a loser. But the grind continues. I went 1-1 on my official plays. If you guys want to sign up, rump your bets, rumpyoursports.com. Summer 33. Would you look at that? 33% off. You get every play every day. Fully tracked, but we're going to run through tomorrow's slate. That is Thursday, June 22nd, every game on the slate. We'll talk through from a betting angle. If you guys have any questions, of course, throw them in the chat. I'm here to try to answer them and give out a couple best bet winners here. So, first game on the slate is basically I'm seeing first game Atlanta versus Philly. Bryce Elder pitching versus Aaron Nola. Fun fact, today I was on the Braves. The Braves, I think, won 7 games in a row, 6-7 games in a row. I was going to take the Braves today. A little bit of a fade of Aaron Nola, and the Braves were at plus money. So I did give that out as official play. The game obviously got postponed. Now they switched from AJ Smith, whatever his third name is, to Bryce Elder, and the line has shifted a little bit. You know, I guess I could have got, I think I got plus 105 on the Braves. And now we're at minus 110, minus 115 I'm seeing. Minus 115 or minus 110, but minus 115 is available almost in all legal books. Under over is set at 9. I'm going to fire on the Braves here, full game again. As I mentioned, this team has won how many games in a row? 7 games in a row. Elder's pitched quite good this year, you know. He's had a decent amount of starts. 14 starts this year and has been really good. And his numbers, even in the minors coming up to this, were very, very good. His advanced numbers are quite good. And Aaron Nola on the other end is a guy that, you know, I think is not as good as his numbers say, I guess you could say. I kind of think he's overrated. This Braves team has seen a lot of them, 330 at bats versus him. They bat 311. Batting average, extra weighted on base percentage against him. They slug almost 500 against this guy. And Nola got shelled his last couple starts out. His last 2 starts, he's gave up 10 earned runs in 12 or 13 innings. Obviously, this guy doesn't walk many people, but he does get hit hard. I think he's like one of those, you know, fake aces, you could say. Yeah, he continues to go out there, and that's his problem, basically. Obviously, I prefer the Atlanta Braves side from an offense. This team, offensive-wise, has been the best in baseball. Best OPS in baseball. Like second-best batting average in baseball. Most home runs in baseball. I mean, this team is just manufacturing runs like the back of their hand. And, yeah, they know how to get on base. They have a decent amount of stolen bases, you know, over 50 stolen bases on the year. So, yeah, this team is very, very scary, and it's quite, you know, as a bullpen side, let me just look at my bullpen numbers here. I have, the Braves are the fourth best bullpen, with the Phillies probably in the middle. Yeah, Phillies as the 12th best bullpen. So obviously, I think the Braves have an advantage almost everywhere. Maybe not. Maybe, you know, maybe you could say Aaron Nola is a little bit better than Bryce Elder, but probably not this year. So I'm going to fire minus 115 available at almost every single book. I'm going to say, let's see, what book we're going to use here. Caesars has minus 115. BetMGM has minus 115. WinBet has minus 110, but obviously I'm not going to fucking download WinBet to bet 5 cents. So I'm going to use, let's just do DK. DK minus 115 on Atlanta. We're going to fire again on Atlanta money line, the better team. And we're going to take that. That is an early game. Again, this is a short slate, but that's a 1 o'clock game, as today's game was postponed. So both bullpens rested and whatnot. What up? Shout out to chat, GB, Richie Smalls, Jago, my guy, Banks, Mr. Joey, Cash Money Goat. Wow. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody. Hit that like button, guys. I do appreciate that. I don't ask for much. I would appreciate some likes on Twitter because, you know, on Twitter, on the video, I'm sure now that, you know, basketball is over, the only sport in town is baseball. So you're going to see a lot of new people handicapping baseball, giving out picks. Again, please be conscious on who you tail. Okay. If you don't see their face, if they haven't done baseball until all the other sports are over, you know, I'll just say that. Okay. You guys know me. I've been here for how many years giving you out winners on YouTube. on our pick site. I'm up over 20 units on the year. The grind continues every day, every play, fully tracked, and we edge out some profit day by day. That's what we try here. Next game we have is Arizona versus Washington. Tommy Henry versus who's pitching? Tommy Henry versus Jake Irvin. Is that fucking Steve Irvin's cousin or something? Minus 145 for Arizona. Comeback at Washington plus 125. Under over set at 9.5 here. Tommy Henry, obviously, last year he really struggled. This year he's pitched a little bit better at times, but he has got hit hard, especially, his last 3 starts, he gave up 12 earned runs at about 14 innings. He pitched against this Washington team, Philly, and Cleveland. So not the best offenses. His start in Washington, he went 4 1/3, 5 earned runs. He also pitched against Washington at home, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. His numbers are obviously much better at home than the road this year. But in his career, his numbers essentially have been, actually a little better overall, a little bit better at home. But now he's pitching in Washington, which definitely plays hitter-friendly a lot. Washington, pretty damn good versus lefties as well here. And Mr. Henry is a lefty. On the other end, Steve Irvin's cousin, Jake, the guy has really, really struggled. He really struggled. Basically, he pitched all the way good until he jumped up to Double-A. He jumped up to Double-A, kind of got hit hard. Triple-A, he got hit even harder. And now he's here in the majors on a Washington team that, just needs people to get outs. So it's not like overly conscious on them that they need guys, to get wins. They just need people to get out. So that's why they keep throwing these names out there like every 5 days. So this will be his 9th start of the year. He's given up 21 earned runs in 36 innings. He's allowed a hit per inning. He's walking a decent amount of batters as well. His last start, he walked 4 batters in 5 innings against Miami. So that was probably his best start thus far. He went 5 innings, 1 earned against Miami at home. Obviously, another guy, once you're young in your career, normally you like to pitch better at home. This guy's numbers on the road have been almost 3 points better. So, yeah, he's really struggled. He also only pitched 2 starts on the road, so you can take that with a grain of salt. But, yeah, Jake Irvin, definitely not really somebody I trust here. But Tommy Henry, neither Tommy Henry, especially versus Washington team. As I mentioned, time and time again, this Washington team is sneaky versus lefties. Both these guys' advanced numbers, not very good. They aren't striking many batters out. They're both under 15% strikeouts. They're both almost over. At least Jake Irvin's walking almost 15% of batters. And Tommy Henry is almost at 10%. So not very good. Slugging against almost 500 on both these guys. Both of them basically are 4-seamers. At least Tommy Henry throws a 4-seamer like 50% of the time. Jake Irvin on the other end, a little less, but he's basically a 3-pitch guy. He's got 4-seamer, sinker, curveball. And on the other end, Tommy has basically the same thing. Rather than a sinker, he has a slider. So, yeah, I really can't trust either of these guys. I do expect some runs here. I really am actually wondering what Washington team's total is. Let's see the card. Coop! I didn't bring the card. I have the card in my card office because I am meeting up with the guy tomorrow to actually hand deliver him the card. But yeah, I hit a Alex Pineda 1 of 1 today. Monster card. Basically, yeah, that was like the chase in the whole case. But here it is for the people. Alex Pineda 1 of 1. Rookie, rated rookie on auto. That is a monster. That is a very big card. I was screaming, going wild. The people were, it was pretty awesome hit. But yeah, I'm going to meet up with the guy that won it, or that's card it is, and give it to him tomorrow. I should have brought it here too and just showed it to you guys. That would have been sick. But yeah, so I am interested in if someone could give me the team total for Washington in that game. I know it is 58% rain, so that game might get rained out, but the lean would probably be the team total of Washington. I would imagine that probably 4.5. So I'll likely stay away. But yeah, that would be the lean. All right, next game we have is Oakland versus Cleveland. JP Sears versus Logan Allen. We have under over set at 8 in this game. Cleveland minus 185, minus 180 in spots. Comeback is on Oakland plus 150. I mean, like, I don't think Cleveland should be a minus 180 favorite no matter who the fuck's on the hill. This Cleveland team doesn't hit any home runs. I feel like this team just continues to disappoint. And, Logan Allen got shelled his last 2 starts. In 9 innings, he allowed 10 earned runs. He walked 6 people. He had as many strikeouts as walks in those 2 starts. I get it. It was against Houston and San Diego, but maybe he's coming a little back to reality because he started the season absolutely phenomenal. And maybe, it's that regression time. He's finally getting some regression. On the other end, J.P. Sears, who was somewhat a highly touted prospect for the Yankees, he was traded over to the Athletics in Frankie Montas deal. He doesn't walk many people, but his numbers haven't been that good either. He obviously is on a team that is offensively challenged. I know they played, I guess, good the last 2 weeks or whatever, but I think they lost. How many games in a row have they lost now? They lost a decent amount of games in a row after going on that streak. Yeah, the loser of 7 straight here. JP Sears hasn't been terrible. I guess, he's had maybe 3-4 bad starts. Every other start, he's been quite good. Gave up less than 2 earned runs. Went 5 or 6 innings every time. He is a guy that normally doesn't walk many people. I know a couple starts ago, he did have a little trouble with the zone, but normally doesn't walk people. Strikes people out, 23% clip. But he is, again, a lefty, mainly four-seamer changeup, slider guy, mainly four-seamer. Logan Allen the same, a lefty, mainly throws that four-seamer. I'm kind of interested in a first 5 here. Let me see something. Yeah, under over is 8. I would imagine the first 5 would probably be 4, right? First 5. Under 4.5 is minus 130 everywhere. Minus 125. Minus 125, 4.5. I wish I were playing in Oakland. I would have preferred that. This is probably a good bounce back start for Logan Allen, though. After those two bad outings, he pitched pretty decent prior to that, and it's against a team that's a little bit offensively challenged in this Oakland team. So again, Washington team total is 4 at Caesars or 4.5 plus. Thank you, GB. I appreciate that. Awesome card. Yeah, Jago, that was sick when I hit it. So I do like an under here. Maybe we just fire. I'm going to fire on it. Under first 5. Oakland, Cleveland. First 5. Under 4.5. I was surprised we even got this number. Under 4.5. Best line available. Minus 125. Via Bet 365. Again, guys, minus 125 is probably the highest number I'm going to lay. I don't think I've laid minus 130 at all this year. So minus 125 is the highest. That's my bar, and we're going to hit that. All right. Next game we have is Boston versus Minnesota. I guess we're not seeing a starter for Boston here, so that's why there's no line. Yeah, Boston on this side. It looks like we have Joe Ryan for the Twinsies. Joe Ryan, a guy that started this season amazing, right? I remember I bet against him when he played that Astros game that I was at, and someone's like, oh, betting against Joe Ryan, you got some balls on you, and then he got fucking shelled, and since then, he's given up a decent amount of runs, So his last 4 starts, in that Houston start, he went 4 and 5 earned. 4 innings, 5 earned. Next one, he came out versus Cleveland, 6 2/3, 2 earned. Next one against Toronto, 6 innings, 3 earned, and his last start, 7 innings, 6 earned against Detroit. So he's coming a little bit back to reality. As I mentioned, everyone was sucking him off. Like, oh, Joe Ryan. Like, he's going to come back to reality a little bit. The guy doesn't even have a fucking fastball. I mean, his fastball is not very fast. He throws his 4-seamer 60% of the time. He's a 2-pitch mix guy, 4-seamer splitter, really. He does throw a slider a little bit, but not really much at all, and his fastball sits at like 92 miles an hour. So, it's really hard to trust this guy full, as a heavy favorite. So if Boston is, depending on the price, I'm kind of interested in Boston. That was me. I know, Jago. It's all love. I don't want to mention any names. But yeah, depending on the price, it's Boston or pass. Obviously, there's no number here, so I'm just going to pass for now. Next game we have is San Diego versus San Fran. Blake Snell Alex Wood, -120, -115 on San Diego. Comeback +105, I'm seeing. +110 in spots for San Fran. Under-over is set at 8.5. This should be a good one. I mean, this San Diego bullpen is fucking. I think they've blown 2 of their last 3 starts. It's kind of 2 of their last 3 games, and against both this San Fran team, it's kind of annoying. I know Blake Snell's off the best start of this year. He also pitched. That was his first time pitching back against his old team, the Tampa Bay Rays. But even his last 5-6 starts have been quite good. He's been actually quite, really good all year. He gets a Giants team pretty good versus lefties. At least they, in previous years, they were pretty good versus lefties. This year, they have struggled. They're about middle of the pack, versus lefties so far this year. But obviously in previous years, they had been quite good. Alex Wood on the other end, he's hit or miss, I feel like. Alex Wood goes out there, he pitches some good games. Other times he can't find his zone, walking people all over the place, giving up ding-dongs. And that's where he should be. How long has this guy been pitching? This guy's been pitching in the league for fucking over 10 years. And he's about, I want to say he's about a 4.5 ERA guy. Even moving forward, that's like, what he is. He's not great. He's not terrible. This year at home, he's got hit pretty damn hard. At home, he has the ERA over 6, and he hasn't pitched that good of teams at home either. He pitched against Philly, Miami, Pittsburgh. His one good start at home was versus the Dodgers. That was his first start at home. He obviously he did pitch he had been away for a little bit. His last start, he went 5 innings against the Dodgers. Previously, he was on the IL. So he's only had 1 start since May 31st. This will be his second start, coming back on 4 days rest. I want to say maybe 5 days rest coming back tomorrow. I definitely prefer San Diego Padres here, but if I'm going to take the Padres, as we've seen the last couple fucking days, I have to take them on the first 5. And the Padres offense, on paper, looks fucking good. They hit lefties quite good too. I think they have like the second most home runs against lefties. They get on base versus lefties, so they have pretty good numbers versus lefties. So I'm going to take the Padres, but it's got to be on the first 5, especially the way I cannot have Blake Snell go out there, pitch 6 strong innings, let up no earned runs, then be up 1-0 or 2-0, 3-0, and the game just get blown because the bullpen fucking blows a game. And this has happened literally 2 of the last 3 games. They've blown bullpens. Their bullpen has blown games, and either I was on them or JJ was on them. So I'm not letting this happen again. So we can get, oh, wow, -118 via Sugar House. So I'm going to take Padres first 5 money line. -118 via Sugar House. Unibet has -118 as well, as does Bet Rivers. If you guys have Bet Rivers, and then FanDuel's -125. But that'll be my third official play. Next game we have is Pittsburgh versus Miami. Mitch Keller versus Braxton Garrett. This is a quite interesting matchup as well. Mitch Keller as a dog. I've been backing him as a dog for a good amount this year, and it has worked. This Pirates team is definitely trending in the wrong direction, that's for sure. I know they were in contention in that Central. Now they already dropped. They're 5 games under 500. They lost 9 games in a row. Hard to back a team in baseball. It's hard to, in baseball, I prefer to go with streaks and try to guess when this fucking losing streak is going to end. I definitely, as a dog here, I prefer Mitch Keller and the fucking Pirates over Braxton Garrett and the Marlins. But Garrett can go out there and shut out the Marlins if he wanted to. Shut out the Pirates if he wanted to. And I wouldn't be surprised exactly if that happened. Do I think it happens? Probably not. He doesn't walk many people. His strikeouts are pretty good, but his advanced numbers not very good. He's been getting hit all over the place. He's another lefty, mainly sinker, slider guy. But he has been getting hit hard. His slugging against is almost 500. And on the other end, Mitch Keller, his advanced numbers have been really, really good this year. So I obviously prefer Keller, and at a dog price, what are the numbers here? We're getting under-over set at 7.5, +108 via FanDuel for the Pirates. Comeback is minus 140 for the Miami. I imagine betting Miami minus 140 with Braxton Garrett on the hill, even with the fucking Pirates losing 9 games in a row. I just can't do it. Mitch Keller pitched against this Miami team. Did he pitch it? No, he didn't pitch. I thought my mistake. He hasn't pitched against his team yet this year. I think this is probably a good start from this. Will probably be a low-scoring affair in Miami. He probably comes out there, pitches 6 strong, gives up 1 run, and it's just how many runs are the Pirates going to score off Braxton Garrett, who's been, hit or miss, I guess. But his last 7 starts, he's only allowed more than 2 runs in one of them, so he has been pretty damn good. So this is likely a low-scoring affair. I do like the Pirates here, but I am not taking the Pirates just because this team has lost 9 games in a row. I'm not just going to guess when the streak's going to end. And if I don't like the other side, it's just a stay away. Next game we have is Royals versus Tampa Bay Rays. I don't have a number in this game yet either. Looking like the Royals haven't announced who the fuck's going to start. I do have an under-over set at 7.5, but I don't have a money line for some reason. Yeah, they don't. There's no line on this game yet. Oh, I do. Here we go. Plus 290 via DraftKings. Comeback minus 355. Holy shit. Imagine betting the team minus 355. Don't fucking bet the Tampa Bay Rays minus 355. Don't even put them in a parlay because that's fucking stupid, guys. Baseball, don't do that, all right? Just find another game to bet. If you really, really think the Rays are going to win, there's basically no way to bet them. Maybe take their team total. You can't lay 2.5 runs. They got to win by 3. Obviously, that could easily happen, but I don't want to do it. Shane McClanahan, obviously, has been very good. He is a very good starter. On the other end, it looks like Jose Cuas is starting for them, or Austin Cox. I have different people in both places here. So Austin Cox will be getting called up from AAA. This will be his first start or whatever, but he's going to pitch 1 or 2 innings. It's basically a bullpen game for Kansas City. And my numbers have Kansas City as where are we at? Ooh, they're getting a little better. 13th worst bullpen in baseball. So that would be 17th best bullpen in baseball. Obviously not very good. If they're pitching 8, 9 innings, 7 innings, even 6 innings of a bullpen game, I expect Tampa Bay to score some runs, and they have their best starter on the hill. So I definitely think Tampa Bay wins, probably by margin, but it's a total stay away from me. For Padres, do you like first 5 minus 1/2? Yeah, Coop, that's fine. If the number's too juiced at your book, you can lay a half run at plus 100. Can we back the Keller and the Buccos to right the ship? Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm going to stay away from that, Jago. But, yeah, what a great show. United, I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. But, yeah, so that's where we're at on that game. Last game, Seattle, Brian Wu versus Domingo Germán and the New York Yankees. What were the Yankees today? Plus 140. Fucking Johnny Brito goes out there and shuts this Seattle team up. This Seattle team, I'm sorry. I know this one guy's a fucking Seattle stan, and he gets so pissed at me when I say they're not very good. But guess what, buddy? They're not very good, okay? This team strikes out, I think, the most in baseball. Team disappears. Their offense disappears time and time again. They play in a tough division here. The Angels are better than them right now. Houston's better than them. Texas is better than them. They might not make the playoffs. They're going this way. Yeah, and Brian Woohoo, I don't know, man. I think I backed him his first start of the year, right? He got absolutely shelled. He's pitched better his last 2 starts, but, this guy's going to probably pitch 5 innings versus a Yankees team, that offense that fucking does not scare me as of late. I don't know if you've seen these lineups that are getting trotted out there, but Jake Bauers, Gleyber Torres, Anthony Rizzo, Josh Donaldson, McKinney, fucking the offense is very shaky. I'm pretty sure what's his name got hurt today too, the little chubby dude that plays all over the place. I'm pretty sure running down the first base, I'm almost 100% positive he got hurt today. So yeah, this Yankees team, I think Bader may be coming back. I don't know if Bader came back and played today. Oh, he did. Bader came back today. So Bader will be back in the lineup, but what's his name got hurt? The other guy got hurt today. So they're losing one bat, adding another bat. Domingo Germán on the other end has pitched good in a couple starts, bad in a lot of other ones. He said he's found a new way to pitch or something. Maybe he's found a new way to get the sticky stuff on without getting caught. But his last start against Boston, he only went 2 innings, allowed 7 earned runs. And he's allowed a home run in 4 straight games. I don't think he probably gives up a home run tomorrow. You guys, I know I don't bet home run props, but if you guys are into that, probably look at Ty France, maybe Julio, Teoscar Hernandez, Kale Riley, Eugenio Suarez. One of those guys probably hits a home run off Domingo Germán tomorrow. It is supposed to rain tomorrow in New York, so I'm not exactly sure the weather, how that's going to affect the game. But the price, what do we got the price at? Over under set at 7.5. Yankees are minus 115. And I probably, if you're going to take the Mariners, tomorrow's the game to take them, I would say. With Germán on there, he could likely get lit up. Wu probably gets hit a little bit too, and then Seattle hands it over to the bullpen. Bullpen ranks, I have Seattle ranked as the best bullpen in baseball, with the Yankees ranked as the 6th best as of right now. So I do prefer Seattle's bullpen over the Yankees. And lineup-wise, I definitely prefer Seattle as of right now over the Yankees. But if you want to trust Seattle, God bless you. I'm probably not. So my 3 plays here are, I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves minus 115 on the money line. Oakland and Cleveland, first 5 under 4.5, minus 125 via Bet365. And the Padres, first 5 money line, minus 118 via Sugar House. Those are my 3 official plays for tomorrow. That is Thursday, June 22nd. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat now, baby. Otherwise, you will see me back on Sunday with JJ, Holden, likely Gary, going through every single game from a DFS and betting perspective, giving out winners on the whole show. Follow me on Twitter at Joey Work. I'll likely do a free play on Twitter only. Maybe make a video for Twitter fans or Twitter followers only. So make sure to follow me over there. Otherwise, yeah, I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Appreciate all the positive vibes, and let's keep rolling. You know, a long season still to go. Baseball is the only sport in town for the dog days of summer. So if you ain't on the Joey Work train, now's the time to get on the train, baby. Who wins the AL Comedy Central? I like how you did that. AL Central is a shit show. So is the NL Central. But honestly, I would take the fucking White Sox right now. Honestly, bro, I'd take the White Sox just because the odds. What are the odds on the White Sox right now, Jay? Go. They got to be like plus 800. That's the only reason. I take them because of the price. Yeah, Willie Calhoun on the Yankees got hurt today. He's likely out for tomorrow. I think he pulled his hamstring. Honestly, the White Sox are what? 5.5 games back. Cleveland sucks. Minnesota's not very good. Detroit is, ugh. But yeah, I honestly, if I had to choose somebody right now based on odds, it would be the White Sox. I bet the White Sox before the season started to win the AL Central at 3-1, and they're definitely got to be. They got to be like 7-1, 8-1 right now. That's just off the top of my head to win the AL Central. They are 5.5 games back. They've only played 60 games, so we still got 100 games left. Each team has 100 games left, a little less than 100 games left. So that's where I would be at for AL Central. I'm just going to wait till Jago gives me a number here, and then, yeah, buddy. Signed photos, signed gloves. All right, guys. Don't wait on me. Yeah, all good. I appreciate you all. I'll be back Sunday. Hit the like button on the way out. Peace and love. Joey Works out.